Okay, so I started recording, and let me just share my screen. So the first thing that I want to show you guys, can you see that okay? Okay. So the first thing I want to show you is just our website. You can go to TextP2P.com, so it stands for person to person, right? Like I talked about, you know, everything comes from a 10-digit local virtual number, so it's just like it's coming from your cell phone, right? So it's person to person. We have an awesome little video here, so if you haven't watched our video yet, just check out our video. If you want to sign up for our 14-day free trial, no obligation. It's kind of like the Beachbody on-demand membership, right? It's like you can sign up, you can try it out for free for 14 days. If you don't cancel, you'll start on our starter package. If you do cancel, you won't be charged. So you can check out our page. I, just wanted to make it, user-friendly and talk about our features. I even have a Beachbody page. So if you go to TextP2P/Beachbody, this is my Beachbody landing page, and it tells you all about how you can use it as a coach and as a busy mom, and things that you can do with it, and how you can integrate it into challenge groups, and how you can set up posts once a day, and all these things. So
like I sent Melissa, I just sent it to you, my personal link that you had given me.
Okay, awesome.
To sign up for that trial.
Right. You can also create custom forms. I do this, when I was signing up people for Transform 20, I created a custom form, and it really doesn't matter what you use. You could use Woohoo Forms, Google Forms. I did this in MailChimp, which is free if you guys don't know. And I integrate directly with MailChimp. And basically anybody who filled out this MailChimp form automatically goes into TextP2P, and that can kick off a campaign. So that's our website, and if you want to go to prices, we have pricing right here, and you can see our starter package, $20 a month. It gives you 350 text credits a month. Okay, so that's, if you look at, okay, what is a text credit? I get this all the time, right? Or how do credits work? An SMS credit, right, which is just no pictures, right, 160 characters, that's 1 credit. If you do a picture message, so you can do pictures, you can do videos, you can do PDF documents, you can do audios, all that type stuff, right? Just like a on your iPhone. If you have an iPhone, it uses MMS messages. But that'll allow you to type up to 1,600 characters in a single message along with a picture. And that's what I recommend. That's what I do for my coaching business, is I attach a picture, right? And then I could type up to 1,600 characters. And that just costs 2 credits. And I also support ringless voicemail messages for 2 credits. So what is a ringless voicemail? A ringless voicemail is where you can record a message, a single message, on, by calling up I'll give you a number to call, a PIN to enter your PIN. You record a single message, and then that message can go out to all of your customers in one shot. And they get a voicemail message from you. It's essentially like you called their phone. It leaves it on their voice message, just like a normal missed call. And it'll show up as a missed call from you. So what I do is when I get new leads assigned to me from Beachbody, right, I enter them into TextP2P, and it automatically kicks off a welcome drip campaign where they can get a ringless voicemail message from me. They can hear my voice, and then the next day it automatically sends them a text message where I invite them to my challenge group and things like that. So you can essentially set up a series, I call them a drip campaign, a series of messages from you, which is a great feature. My Siri on my phone just went off because I was saying series.
I love this, Greg. I've tried drip campaigns on email for years, and it sucks. So this would be much, much better. So I had a question, and now it's gone. I'll think of it. Go ahead.
Okay. So with the starter, one of the things that differentiate the packages is how many texts you can send per day. So on the starter package, you can send at most 250 text, outgoing texts per day, okay? By the way, all incoming texts are free. You only pay for outgoing texts. So people get confused. Oh, does that mean I can send 250 texts every single day? Yes, but only if you have enough credits, right? So it still depends on the amount of credits you have. So you're given 350 text credits a month. That means that you can send 250 credits on day 1, and then on day 2, you have 100 credits left that you can send, and then you're done, right? Now, don't worry. If you run out of credits, you can always buy more credits. I call them a la carte credits. They never expire. They're 5 cents a credit. If you want to buy them more in bulk, if you buy like 1,000, the price drops to 4 cents. If you want to buy more than that, the price will drop to 3 cents. So, you know, I also have, just to let you know, I have a starter plus package, which doubles the amount of credits. This is really the best deal. Most coaches go for this, right? It doubles the amount of credits, so you get 700 credits for $5 more, $25 a month. It makes it come out to what, like 4 cents a credit or something like that. So it's a great deal.
So here's my question before I forget it again. So I have 7.5 years worth of customers that might have opted out of my email list, which I'll have to cross-reference, but I can just send them a text without their permission?
Yes, absolutely. Now, my system handles, instead of requiring them to opt in, it allows them to opt out, okay? So what I recommend is the first time you text them, say, because this is coming from a number that they don't know, right? Say, hey, this is Haley, your Beachbody coach. I just wanted to introduce myself, reach out to you, whatever you want to say. But at the end, say, if you want to opt out of receiving text messages from me, just simply reply with the word stop. That's all you got to do. And they'll never get another message. You don't have to do anything. They're automatically taken care of.
Okay.
Okay.
And you'll know how to do all this?
So when you log in, this is what you see. Okay. So this is like, is it okay, Melissa, if I share your account?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is your account, right? This is what you see. You'll see like how many contacts you have, your daily limit, right? And that's based on your phone number. You have one phone number, so you're limited to 250 texts per day. Now, Haley, Melissa, sorry, if you wanted to, obviously, if you have 7,000 contacts, well, you're limited. You can only do 250 a day. But I have 7,000 customers too, but I never text them all in one shot, right? I'll text. I do it in a more personal way, right? So I'll text when I get new customers. I text my challengers. I text my coaches for training. I remind coaches of calls. So, I'm never sending out 7,000 at one time. It's just, in small groups to make it personal and more of a value add. One thing that I do is I go into the Coach Online office every month and I pull out all my BOD customers that are coming up for renewal. And what I do is I send them out a text and tell them, hey, you're coming up for a renewal this month. You can do nothing and you'll be charged, the $99, right? Or as a better deal, you can get the, MM100 challenge pack this month, which is on sale for $160. Plus I'll give you a $10 promo code. So for just a little bit more money, you can upgrade to this challenge pack. And every single month, I get people that text me back that want that deal, So that's just a free tip for you guys, on how to upgrade people from a normal renewal to a challenge pack using a text, which works awesome.
That's good. Do you find that people cancel their $99 because you reminded them?
No, not normally. Occasionally that happens. Yeah, which they would have canceled anyway. They probably would have been charged, and then they would have done a refund, and it just messes your back office up anyway. So, and honestly, I don't get that very often. Occasionally I will, but most of the time I don't. the other cool thing is, oh, let me just show you real quick. So like, let's say you wanted to get started. So you could create a list, right? Melissa, you haven't done this yet, but you could say, you know, I want to create a list for all my customers, right? Or all my coaches. And you could simply, now this one is, we created for the, right, the compensation plan training. But if I click here, you can see like when people opted into this training, they didn't enter their first name, last name, or email. So you know, you can't really see them. But let me do one that we can actually see. So I'm going to call it My Customers. And you can give a website if you want, like teambeachbody.com, but you don't have to. It's just a reminder to you where they came from. And I can click on this list. And the cool thing is I can go and I can import contacts directly from a CSV file, right? So if you go to your Coach Online Office, you can download all your contacts into a CSV file. I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but you can. And then you can upload them all into here in one shot. So that's simple. Or we can do it manually. And okay, I'm just gonna enter my information. And the cool thing is you also have these custom fields. And so like what I do there is I can enter in their BOD renewal date, and I can use that information in the text message that goes out, right? So I can say, in one shot, I can create a message that says, hey Greg, your BOD renewal is coming up on September 2nd, you know? And so that way the message is personalized. They think it's coming directly from you and not from a service, right? And it's not a bulk message. And then they can reply, and when they reply, it goes right into their inbox. And you can see, Melissa, you haven't been reading your messages because they're all highlighted in blue. That means that they're unread. Same with that little dot there. That means that you have unread messages. But if I click on this, you can see the whole conversation. I can carry on a two-way conversation with the person. You know, this is where you could come and do that. But if I go back to my list, right, I have this one list now, and it has my information. I can click on my name, and now you can see all the information. I could assign, it's kind of like a mini CRM as well. So you can assign tags to customers. So maybe it's, if you have multiple CBCs, or maybe your spouse's business center, you could tag them that way. I do that in my coaching business, you know, CBC1 or whatever. Maybe VIP customer, maybe Shakeology customer. You can create whatever tags you want. You can keep notes on people, and you can assign them to different lists. So maybe you know, Greg is in my customer list, but maybe I want to assign him to my compensation training program. If I wanted to do that, I can just click, and then he will be assigned to that list as well, and that will automatically start him in the training program. Pretty cool, right? So you don't need people to opt into that word money if you want to assign them automatically or manually, I mean, so. Of course, I could text them. I can send them a ringless voicemail from this screen. But let me show you the campaigns, because this is like where this is like the main thing, right? It's like I want to create a campaign. I'm going to call it test. I'm going to select a list, and I'm going to say my customer list, right? Which is the one I'm on. And this is just an example message where it says, hey, first name, right? It inserts their first name. It'll say, hey, Greg, you know, welcome to the community, reply, opt out, right? This is just a sample message. You can change it. I can add a picture, like I said. I can schedule it. I can make it a recurring message so that I get it every single day. You know, you can do whatever you want right here. I can, if I click the test button, it'll send it to, in this case, it'll send it to Melissa, right? She'll get it because she's the owner of the account. So she can test it and see how it looks. And if she likes it, then you can send it, right? So if I just click send, it's going to come to me, and I'm going to get that test message or that text message, and I just got it.
Do I have to, so when we go in, this is where I get really tech illiterate. When it says first name, do I have to type that? I have to type all that out. Brackets with first name.
Yes, right. But I give you that, right? So you can see it's already there, right? But yes, if you wanted to insert first name, you have to do bracket first name.
Okay.
You have a little personalization help screen right here. And if you click that, it'll give you all the tags. So if you want custom 1 field, custom 2, phone, email, whatever.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep. So you can see it was sent to 1 recipient, and then we have 0 fails. And if I click on this little 1, you can see there it is, and there's the status. It was delivered, date and time, all that good stuff. So it makes it real simple. I mean, that's the bare bones. Here's some of our advanced features. It's like setting up a keyword, right? I think you guys probably all opted into this. It's I set up a keyword money, right? Or Melissa did, right? Keyword money. And it's basically anybody who types the word money and sends it to text the word money to Melissa's virtual phone number, they will automatically go into this list here, right? And it will kick off a workflow automation, which I'll show you. So let me click on this money so that just so you can see, you can assign whatever keyword you want. You can pick whatever list you want. You can type whatever message response that you want to send. I can even check these boxes so that it asks for their first or their full name and their email address, right? So right now you saw that I'm not doing that, so everybody who's coming in doesn't have a first name or email address, but I could ask for those. So if I wanted that information, I could get it, right? It would require 2 more texts to be sent, so that's 2 more credits. So if you want to limit your credit costs, then you don't need it. But because they're assigned to that list, I've also set up this workflow automation, and you can see I named it the same thing, and I assigned it to that same list, and I can click on that, and here are all the texts that they're going to get. And you're going to see they get this one immediately, they get this one after day 1, this one after day 2, whatever, right? I specify the time that they're going to get it, and you can change these, add to it. If I wanted to add a text, I just click add text, It's as simple as that. I just name it, type whatever message I want, and I'll say, okay, they get this one 20 days or 20 hours or 20 weeks after the previous message, and they get it at 12:15 p.m. And if I hit save, it'll add it to the end. But I won't do that. And then after you make changes, just remember publish. Just publish it again.
This is awesome. So that's my training one that you graciously helped me with.
Yes, exactly. But now you can do as many as you want. Like if you want to do Coach Basics or whatever, you can set that up in here.
So do you find that other coaches are using it for their challengers and
yes,
group, like a sneak peek kind of group?
Well, I haven't had anybody use it for a sneak peek yet, but that's an interesting idea. You certainly could.
Yeah.
I have a few coaches that use it religiously, and they say that it really, really helps their business. Not only coaches, but other network marketing people that use it as well. And what they do is, are you familiar with like Google Streak, right?
Yeah.
They kind of use it like that. So they kind of use it like a workflow. Yeah. And what they do is they just set up different lists, and they'll say, maybe prospect or customer or coach list. Yeah. And then what they do is they'll go into this, and maybe if they, they can move them along in the process, either by assigning them tags or coming in here and moving them from one list to another list, and they kind of use it like a workflow, right? And that's kind of cool, because you can go to your contacts and I can filter, right? I can filter by tag or by name or by number if I want.
And where do you see if they've opted out? Because I know in MailChimp you can see where they opt out.
Yes. Well, I'm pretty sure it's the status. I think I changed the status. Instead of active, it'll say something else. I'll have to double check on that and get back to you.
Okay.
But yeah, they'll still be in your list. It's just they won't get any more text from you. And there's, yeah, really nothing that you need to do, but I do indicate that either in the phone type or in the status, one or the other.
Okay.
And then lastly, there's ringless voicemail. It shows you a video on how it works if you want to use that feature. If not, that's fine. And I also do surveys. So if you wanted to send out a in-text survey to your customers or coaches or whatever, you can do that. And it'll graph, you know, basically it's a simple way of taking a poll or, you know, maybe you're going to run a contest in your challenge group and you're going to do like a Biggest Loser and you posted the pictures and you could say, you could just text everybody, you know, basically it ties to a keyword. So you could say, text the word vote to your number and basically they get a poll with everybody's name, right? And it numbers it automatically so that Melissa's number 1 and, you know, Kelly's number 2 and all they have to do is hit the number and reply, and it graphs the results. You can export it to a CSV, so it's really pretty handy.
You've done an amazing job.
Well, thank you. I mean, and that's all there is to it. I tried to make it as simple as possible. Under your avatar, that's what I call this thing here. You have your account screen. Where you can turn on notifications, you can turn on call forwarding. So for example, I see you have call forwarding on, so anybody who calls your virtual number can automatically forward to your cell phone number. It's just a credit per minute charge. You can turn on text notifications so that anybody that texts you back, that text is automatically forwarded to your cell phone. Again, that costs 1 credit. If you don't, you get an email notification with that text reply forwarded to your email.
While you're in there, do you mind turning that text on and the call forwarding off?
Yeah, sure. Not a problem.
Thank you.
Yep. And you can see there's your little referral link right there. And make sure you update your time zone. If you sign up, that's something that everybody gets confused. Like, why am I not seeing the right times when I'm scheduling text? It's because they didn't update their time zone. So
Pretty
there's
cool.
that. And then if you wanted to, important right here is your billing screen will show you your billing history and whatnot. But if you wanted to upgrade your plan, you could do it right here. If I see how auto replenish is turned on. So if you were to run out of credits, it would automatically replenish your account with 250 credits at 5 cents a credit. Okay. If you don't want that on, you can turn it off, but then your texting campaign will just stop right in the middle of sending, which I don't recommend.
Right.
Because then next month when you get more credits, that campaign's going to finish. And there may be 20 days in between, right? So I recommend leaving it on, but just be aware of how many credits you're using. And if you get low, you know, don't send out a campaign that's going to use more than you have or whatever.
Okay.
So any questions?
No, this was good. Does anybody else have any questions? This
Okay.
would be super helpful. I'm definitely using it for sneak peeks.
Yeah, let me know. Like one thing, you saw how I created the 8-day training session, right? If you create other things that you think would be useful to the coaching community, you can go into workflow and you can export it. And that's what I did, is I created it for my team. I exported it and posted it for you guys to use, you know, and then anyone can import it. So maybe you just want to do like a Coach Basics or sneak peek just for your team. Well, you could export it and, you know, these guys could import it and they could use it for their little sneak peeks or whatever. you know.
Great. Thank you very much. I'm sure I'll be texting you.
Yeah, awesome. And if you guys, you know, it's obviously, it's not just limited to coaching, right? I mean, if you guys know other businesses that could benefit from this tax program, please refer it. And you can even become an affiliate where you get a 10% kickback, essentially, from anybody that you refer to us. So.
That's great.
All right.
Perfect client in mind.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, thanks.
All right. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate it.
Okay, talk to you guys later.
Sounds good.